Well, General Naravane is saying that Indian Army is much better prepared than before. I will not comment on that, but I know that Indian Army is today very well prepared. There is no doubt about it. The rules of engagement of Army are absolutely clear because the political decision is absolutely clear. When the political decision is clear, they are only waiting for a green signal to carry out the operation in the POK, to take back POK. Indian government is absolutely clear that Kashmir is entirely ours. And as we have spoken a number of times on a channel on this issue, India is convinced, and absolutely a courage of conviction is there, that POK is ours, and we have announced it to the world, POK is ours. Then the army has no problem in taking over POK. Yes, the fighting will be done. There is no doubt about it. That's why Army Chief General Naravane has said that Army is prepared to fight. Army knows how to fight. And let me tell you one thing, it's not the only army, it's the Army and Air Force, which it will be, if Air Force will be involved, and it will be what you call a synergical effort between the two services here, and it will be total jointmanship, and Air Force is second to none. I assure you, any operation without Air Force will not succeed. In any country, I'm not talking about India, any country. And by itself, Air Force does not win. So it is always a synergical operation, a jointmanship, which does the trick. Like Germany conquered entire Europe in a month and a quarter. It's exactly like that. This will happen, and we are prepared, except that all political points will be weighed, pros and cons will be tested, and thereafter the decision shall be given.
And sir, on the killing of two unarmed civilians by Pakistan Army in Poonch sector, he said that we did not resort to such barbaric activities and fight as a very professional force. We will deal appropriately with such situations in a military manner.
I'm very happy you asked this question. This had come a number of times. This is called reprisal. Indian Army will not carry out any reprisal against the civilian. Though Pakistanis are killing our civilians, Indian armed forces know their humanitarian laws of armed conflict thoroughly well, and they know that they will only engage against the combatants and against the armed forces, and will not even touch the civilians. And that is, Indian Army is absolutely clear, and they will abide by this. That's right. He's further clarifying it, that it's the government's decision, that they are absolutely clear. It means the nation now has to take the correct action as per the parliamentary decision, and nation means the Indian Army will take the correct action which is required, and POK will have to be taken at any cost. There is no doubt about it. So I'm not saying that it will be a cakewalk. I'm not saying it's an impossible task. Maybe difficult, maybe a little bit of confrontation, of course, has to be there. Other side will try to put up a brave front, but the victory has to be ours, because morally we are on the right, and we are stronger, bigger, and the truth is on our side. So there is no doubt about it that Pakistan Army will have to give way to Indian Army, and POK will be ours.
And so, speaking about Army's operational priorities, he said that as far as Indian Army is concerned, for us, the short-term threat is counter-insurgency operations, and long-term threat is the conventional war, and that is what we are preparing for.
That's right. The short-term threat, the low-intensity conflict, the counter-insurgency warfare on the Kashmir side has been going on relentlessly. Army and paramilitary forces have been facing it, have been carrying out the job very well. But the main threat to the nation, to the sovereignty of the nation, integrity of the country, is basically from the war which between the two countries, which is called the international armed conflict. And international armed conflict will see the entire humanitarian laws and Geneva Conventions come into play. Indian Army will abide by that, and Indian Army will take correct military decision along with a synergical operation with the Indian Air Force. There is no doubt about that. The threat is from China also. And by the way, let us not sit and think pretty that of late China has been talking nicely to us, so they did not do anything. Let's not make that mistake of what Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji had made. We know very well China means business. They have their long-term plan. They know what they want, and they will try to get it. So there will be a confrontation. There could be a confrontation with China. I am not denying that. And Indian Army and Air Force have to be prepared. And here, when you talk of China and Pakistan, the Navy, with second to Navy, is already totally ready. They are also itching to go. The Indian Armed Forces, unique in character. No other country has armed forces of this caliber, of this, mental attitude like we have Indian Armed Forces. So victory has to be ours.